We're going on a BC road trip to 3 random locations that I love. And the first one is Barkerville, which feels random only because I never hear people talking about it anymore. When I was a kid growing up in the interior, there were 3 places my friends' parents would take them on their big annual road trips. West Edmonton Mall, Vancouver, and Barkerville, which was one of the first towns in BC, incorporated in 1862. People coming here to participate in the gold rush rushed up to the area, which is just past what is now Quesnel, close to a little town called Wells, which only recently got cell coverage and which has an excellent little heritage hotel you should stay at when you're there. It's called, wait for it, the Wells Hotel in Wells. Barkerville was named after a dude named Billy Barker who struck it rich here. And what remains is now basically a fully operating little gold town. A National Historic Site of Canada, it's owned by the province of BC, and the people who work there walk around dressed in period costumes. And you get a look at what life was like for settlers in the 1800s when they came up here from California and other places looking to make it rich. It's a lot of fun for historians and families alike. The next stop is random only because you can't drive there. This is the road trip part of this destination ends at the south terminal of YVR Airport, where you park your car and board a small plane headed for Bella Bella. This was the tiny little airport where Elon Musk was recently spotted for better or for worse. And when I was here, I talked to the person who shot those covert photos of him. I will not reveal who it was. This little airport is where you transfer from your small plane onto a helicopter and are flown a few minutes to a peaceful floating fishing resort called King Pacific Lodge. This is where a trip of a lifetime is. You might need to save up for it because it is not cheap. You might have to splurge. It's in the traditional territory of the Heiltsuk people, many of whom work as fishing guides here and as various operators at the lodge. One of their longtime employees named Pat Dean, aka Chief, just passed away as I was writing this episode. And I'd like to say, rest easy, Chief. It was nice to meet you. And from what I've heard from everybody, you're gonna be missed. Now, Chief was a fishing guide, and that's what most of the reasons are to visit this place. The guides take you out fishing for salmon and other fish, and they show you the beauty of the territory. You'll probably see whales at some point. Here's some orcas that surrounded our boat when I was here last with my son this past summer. And when you finished your day, you're treated to a wonderful meal. Then maybe you'll take a hot tub, go to bed, do it all over again the next day. The next stop on this random and disjointed road trip is a place called Uncle Al's near Blind Bay between Salmon Arm and Chase. I might have told you about this guy already, but his name is Al, of course, and at first glance, his place looks a bit like somewhere you might stop if you were in the beginning of a horror movie and your car broke down and you were about to get murdered. Don't let that stop you from going in. Rest assured, Uncle Al is the friendliest dude on this stretch of road. And he has a ton of antiques that you won't find in the picked over spots in the city. The last time I stopped in on him, he handed me a cookie when I got there, and I walked out with 3 things I didn't know I was looking for. So go somewhere random or just stop somewhere random and enjoy your BC road trip.